The tension between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis has transformed from simple fight hype into one of the most fascinating storylines in boxing. Both men stand at very different crossroads, one representing new age spectacle and celebrity ambition, the other a symbol of traditional boxing excellence. Honed through years of blood, sweat, and discipline, as they prepare to collide, what was once dismissed as fantasy has become a legitimate event, blending two worlds that were never meant to meet. And yet, here we are, watching the unpredictable become reality. Jake Paul speaks with an almost unnerving conviction, describing how every step of his journey, from viral fame to athletic reinvention, has built him for this moment. He talks about precision, conditioning, and power like a man obsessed with reinvention. To him, this fight is proof that he has transcended the role of entertainer. But for Gervonta Davis, it's nothing more than another challenge to conquer. His eyes carry the calm of someone who's lived through the brutality of real fights, someone who's already seen everything a ring can throw at him. Tank's confidence isn't loud, it's unshakable. In their tense face-to-face meeting, the contrast was electric. Jake's enthusiasm was palpable. Tank's silence was lethal. One promised to shock the world, the other simply promised to end the night early. Gervonta, a multiple-time, three-division world champion, didn't need to remind anyone of his record. His fists had already done that over and over. Still, Jake wasn't intimidated. He claimed to be stronger, sharper, more athletic, and, perhaps most importantly, fearless. The fight itself represents more than just two men in the ring. It's a collision of two boxing philosophies, the new world of spectacle versus the old world of skill. Jake Paul's frame and raw strength give him the kind of physical advantage that can't be ignored. He's bigger, heavier, and carries more sheer mass into the fight. But Tank Davis has spent his life neutralizing men with reach, size, and bravado. He doesn't just hit hard, he hits smart. His timing and footwork make opponents feel trapped before they even realize it. Analysts have dissected every angle. Many see the weight difference as the biggest talking point, but veterans of the sport know that experience outweighs numbers. Jake may have power, but Tank has precision. Jake may have momentum, but Tank has muscle memory built from a lifetime of warfare. And when the bell rings, instincts always beat experiments. The boxing community, however, is split. Some call this fight a farce, an unnecessary exhibition meant to sell pay-per-views rather than advance the sport. Others see it as the ultimate test of crossover success. Proof that Jake Paul isn't just playing boxer, but truly living it. His record has been criticized, his opponents labeled as past prime or unqualified. Yet every victory has silenced another layer of doubt. Now he steps into the ring with a man who embodies everything traditional boxing stands for. And that's why people can't look away. Jake's confidence borders on defiance. He insists that this won't just be about surviving 12 rounds, it will be about domination. He claims he'll make Davis the one who's forced to survive, predicting one of the most viral knockouts in boxing history. Critics call it delusion, but Jake calls it destiny. He's gone as far as suing anyone who suggests his fights are rigged, arguing that the doubt itself is proof of how much he's achieved. He's no longer chasing acceptance, he's chasing legacy. Still, many believe this fight is more about business than glory. Tank Davis is rumored to be considering retirement after this bout, focusing on family and peace rather than endless training camps. Having already conquered divisions and built his fortune, some say he's looking for one final payday before stepping away. Fighting Jake Paul guarantees that tens of millions, global attention, and a chance to exit on his terms. Yet for others, this decision feels like betrayal. They argue that Tank is too great to end his career with a spectacle fight, that by choosing Jake Paul over elite contenders like Shakur Stevenson, he's trading legacy for luxury. Even among those close to him, there's an understanding that Tank might simply be burned out. He's hinted before that boxing no longer fills him the way it once did. The spark that made him a prodigy might be dimming under the weight of fame and fatigue. In that sense, Jake Paul's timing couldn't be better. He's facing a legend who may already have one foot out the door. But that doesn't mean Tank will make it easy. Even at half focus, he remains one of the most dangerous men in the sport. Respected voices like Teddy Atlas have warned fans not to get swept up by Jake's physical advantage. Atlas argues that Davis's mastery of distance, rhythm, and counterpunching will erase any size difference. For Tank, this isn't a spectacle, it's a puzzle, one he's built to solve. He's faced pressure fighters, knockout artists, and tall, powerful opponents before. Every time he's adjusted, adapted, and destroyed. And then there's the legacy question. What happens if Jake Paul actually wins? Does Tank's reputation crumble, Or does it simply mark the end of an era already winding down? Critics like Max Kellerman suggest that even Tank's decision to take the fight says something, not about fear, but about priorities. Maybe he's no longer chasing belts or rivalries, just the right moment to walk away rich and unscarred. But make no mistake, for Jake Paul, this isn't a cash grab, it's validation. Every punch, every prediction, every headline feeds his transformation from outsider to legitimate fighter. He's not here to play the role of underdog anymore. He's here to rewrite boxing's rules, to prove that fame and grit can coexist, that a YouTuber can share the same ring, and maybe even victory, with one of the sport's deadliest champions. For Tank Davis, the fight is both a risk and a reminder. A risk because of the unpredictability Jake brings. A reminder because he's still the master in this world. Every time people doubt him, he silences them with his gloves. But this time, the stakes feel different. It's not just about defending a belt or proving a point. It's about proving he still wants this life, still loves the fight. As the countdown continues, anticipation grows. The cameras, the interviews, the speculation, all of it builds toward one simple truth. The ring doesn't lie. It doesn't care about fame, followers, or fortune. When that first bell rings, only skill and will remain. One man will walk out with his name etched deeper into boxing history. The other will be forced to face the reality of what this sport truly demands, and that's what makes this fight irresistible. The collision of two men with everything to gain and everything to lose. A battle not just for victory, but for identity. So, what do you think? Will Jake Paul finally earn the respect he's been chasing? Or will Gervonta Tank Davis remind the world why he's one of the most feared fighters alive? Drop your thoughts below. Who walks away with glory and who walks away humbled? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because when these two finally step into the ring, boxing might never be the same again.